welcome, everybody. Thank you very much. He's a rootin', tootin' Santa Claus, riding rainbows through the sky, with spurs a jingle jangling and his lasso swinging high. He's a rootin', tootin' Santa Claus, saddlebags all packed with toys. Through the chimney he will bring the ball to the dreaming girls and boys. Get along, little reindeer, get along, cover all the range tonight. It's a long, long trail, an all-night trail, but you can bet your boots that Santa won't fail. He's a rootin', tootin' Santa Claus, and he's on his merry way. He will round up all your Christmas dreams with a yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. Get along, little reindeer, get along, cover all the range tonight. It's a long, long trail, an all-night trail, but you can bet your boots that Santa won't fail. He's a rootin', tootin' Santa Claus, and he's on his merry way. He will round up all your Christmas dreams with the yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Well, we're sure glad to be back here at the concert hall. We love getting to see all of our neighbors out there and friends, folks that have been coming out to the Bar D for many years. We sure appreciate it. How many of you have not seen one of the Christmas Jubilee shows before?
Oh, there's a few of them out there.
6 maybe.
All right.
Well, it's nice to have you. I want to start talking about this guy right here. Now, Matt Palmer, this is year number 22, I believe. Yeah, he joined the band when he was 18 months old.
Yeah, sure.
And been with us ever since. You know, I met him when he was about 11 years old, and Cy and I were talking many years ago. Said if he ever got old enough to move out of his mom and dad's house, we were going to try to hire him, and he's been with us ever since. So, nice round of applause for Matt Palmer there.
Thank you, Gary. Oh, this has been a lot of fun. You know, that weather out there, it's pretty chilly.
It is
I've
chilly.
been hoping for some snow, really. Mm-hmm. And Joel always picks on me because I can't pick a song to do.
Yeah,
But
just the one you pick that one
yeah,
song?
yep.
All right.
Let's do it, Joel.
I ain't scared.
Let it snow. All right. You know, boys, every Christmas song revolves around this one right here. Yeah.
You know about
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
What are you talking
You seem
about?
skeptical, Joel. Watch this.
I don't like it. Oh, that's crazy.
Maybe we should sing them.
I won't participate.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
God rest ye merry gentlemen. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Frosty the snowman
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
That's a Jingle Bell Rock.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Up on a housetop, click, click, click.
Jingle bells, do you hear what I hear? Chestnuts roasting on an open
And
fire.
a partridge in a pear tree.
All I want for Christmas is for two front teeth. Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow,
Let it snow. Let it snow.
let it snow.
Brother Matt Palmer for you right there.
Oh, thank you.
That was supposed
Thank
to be
you very
one
much.
song.
What's that?
That was supposed to be one song.
It's
Matthew.
hard to pin him down, isn't it?
Couldn't hold it in.
Yeah. Now this fella right here, Joel Ratchiff, he's been out at the Barbie Chuckwagon now. I believe this is year 16. Could that be right?
Yeah.
Wow. And we couldn't do it without him. How about a nice round of applause for Joel Ratchiff right there?
Attaboy, JR.
Grew up down around Farmington, New Mexico, born in Wyoming, isn't that right?
Yeah. Born
Yep.
in Sheridan, Wyoming.
Sheridan, Wyoming.
Moved when I was just a little child.
There could be somebody watching in Sheridan, Wyoming tonight. In fact, this is being streamed, they say, all over the world. Can you imagine
Wow.
that? Yeah, and so if you're here with somebody that you're not supposed to be, it could be too late. But, you know, we got together and we were talking about what we would like to have for Christmas. And, of course, loving to play music. Getting out and playing in front of people again, we just
Boy, that's
can't get
awesome.
enough of that. And we've decided that we needed to bring somebody along with us this year. And you've probably heard Adam play. But if you would, how about get your hands together and let's welcome Adam Swanson to come out here and join us.
He
on the
is our
stage here
Christmas
tonight.
present. Way to go, Adam.
Adam's been around this area for quite a while. In fact, graduated, I believe, from Fort Lewis College. Not the first time you've sat behind that piano, is it?
Very true. Glad to be back.
That's right. Well, let's warm up on a kind of a Christmas classic, and then we'll cut you loose on something. How's that? You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen.
Cy Scarborough, Buck Teeter, Jerry Baxter, Bob Mincer.
But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you could even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. Well, they never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. And then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as he shouted out with glee, Yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in history. Y'all take of that thing. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, it's cold tonight. And all the reindeer loved
Lips are
him
frozen.
as they brought out with glee. Yippee! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
All right, JR.
I gave that one 110%.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, like my temperature.
Oh,
Joel.
It's a little COVID
Gentleman
joke.
standing next to me playing that flat top guitar. He's been around the Bardee 33 years, going on 34 now.
years.
Yeah, wow.
Thanks, everybody.
That's awesome. We're so much fun to be up here playing with him. And he's a 2-time national flat pick champion. We want to show him off with another really well-known Christmas song, one called the Jingle Bells. Make welcome Gary Cook.
Oh, let's try. Thanks, everybody. Joel Ratchet. We need one on that bass. Ready? Deep breath. Who knew?
I was nothing. Just comes natural to me.
That's a good. Well, thanks everybody. How are you tonight, Joel?
I'm good. I'm good. I got a little heartburn going on.
Heartburn.
Yeah, I ate too fast.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to slow down.
yeah. Man, your age, you got to learn to pace yourself a little.
That's right. And hot dogs are getting to me.
Oh wow.
I think-
I just hadn't been paying much attention, but you have a friend there with you. It looks like.
Yeah.
Well, say hello to my little friend. It's a little guy there. He just keeps me company.
Well, you seemed a little lonesome tonight.
I
What's the
think
deal?
you
Are
did,
you
yeah.
feeling okay?
I'm
something
feeling
wrong.
good. I'm kind of covering up my emotional turmoil,
Is that right?
and I was doing a good job until you had to bring it up.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to,
But
cause
now
you any
I'm
trouble.
having a whole floodgate of memories.
A floodgate.
Yeah, and I'm having flashbacks,
Really?
hot
It's
flashes.
something that happened in your past, I guess.
I can't talk about it, but I could sing about it.
Oh, yeah.
If you could kick her off there, Chubby
All
Knuckles.
right.
Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Daddy looked a lot like him. He's not the way I had him pictured. Santa was much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Yeah, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, they all thought that I was sleeping. They thought that I was tucked in bed. Well, they didn't know that I'd come creeping, and that I heard what was said.
Now Santa put his arms around Mama, and Mama put his arms around him. So if Santa Claus ain't Daddy, well, I'm gonna tell on them. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy. Daddy looked a lot like him. He's not the way I had him pictured. Santa wasn't much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Yes, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. That man alone. Dasher, Prancer, I never heard the sleigh bells ring. I didn't see that red-nosed reindeer like the show on my TV screen. He sure left lots of presents, so Santa Claus he must have been. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. Well, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. It's not the way I had him pictured. Santa wasn't much too thin. He didn't come down the chimney, so Mama must have let him in. Yes, Santa looked a lot like Daddy, and Daddy looked a lot like him. Mama, let go of that man.
Wow. Oh, boy, Joel. You know, I'd like to get my daughter to come sing one with me. We're just thrilled. She just got married in September. This is Cheyenne. And we're just thrilled that she's still living close enough so she can come out and do this with us for our Christmas concert. So we'd like to do this one together. Thanks for coming up with us. Sis, can you grab that? Came from near, they came from far, following that distant star to where he lay. Not being sure of what it meant, but knowing it was heaven sent, they made their way. And the creatures gathered round and didn't make a sound, and the angels cried.
The angels knew what was to come, the reason God had sent his son from up above. It filled their hearts with joy to see, and knowing of his destiny brought tears of love. And the creatures gathered round
And didn't make a sound, and the angels cried. I've often thought about that night and wondered if they realized that star so bright
was sent to tell all the land the Son of God would soon become the Son of Man. And the creatures gathered
It's great fun to be up here, get our families involved, and over the years, we've had wedding proposals on this stage. We have done songs that we shouldn't talk about. We've had other people get up here and play with us. We couldn't be happier to have Adam sitting over there playing that great piano with us tonight. Absolutely. Here at the concert hall, they do a great job of bringing people in, all different types of music, and how fortunate are we? It takes a lot of people to make this thing happen. Charles Leslie, the director here, and Denise and Scooter and Leanne and everyone. That's a nice round of applause for all the folks that make this. We get to do the fun part. We come in and play music, and they do all the work, and so far that's worked out okay. But not long ago, this summer, Michael Murphy was in town, and of course doing his cowboy songs. And we got to come down after the Chuck Wagon one night and listen to part of his set. But
do that Christmas one.
Yeah, let's do that
Christmas.
one.
Michael Martin Murphy, yeah.
Well, I was on the Arroyo, gathering strays. Cowboys and cattle, you don't get holidays. I should have been finished, except for one little guy. He kept leading me farther away. He ran up on the mesa, across the ravine, past the Indian ruins and the muddy red stream. So I stopped for a while, 'cause I was bone tired, and I guess that I started to dream. Well, I saw 3 painted horses and 3 dark-skinned men with masks made of clay and voices like the wind, singing, "We seek the soul of all that is good. We come bearing corn, water, and wood. Stop and behold all that is good, and give thanks for the corn, water, and wood." Now I'm an old trailhound, and I always believed that your boots and your saddle was all that you need. And no miracles happened, no strangers appeared, but I swear there were 3 men standing there. So I searched myself over, and I've been asleep. It's just 3 Pueblo children tending their sheep, and they yelled "Merry Christmas" as they brought me my strays, and their voices rang through the mesquite, singing, "We seek the soul of all that is good. We come bearing corn, water, and wood. Stop and behold all that is good, and give thanks for the corn, water, and wood, singing, "We seek the soul of all that is good. We come bearing corn, water, and wood. Stop and behold all that is good, and give thanks for the corn, water, Thanks, everybody. You know, since the Chuck Wagon closed in September, we've been out on the road playing some in Arizona and down around New Mexico, different places. But there's no place like home. We love being here. Of course, love you folks coming out to the Bar D. But I was at Walgreens a couple of days ago, and the lady that was, she might be here. She's supposed to be here tonight. And anyway, she was on the phone dealing with somebody that sounded like it might have been a little more difficult than other calls. And I was next in line, and I was a little nervous. So I walked up to the cashier, and we did our transaction. Everything was going okay. And she said, "Thank you very much, and I'll see you Friday night." So gotta love being in Durango, Colorado. So
That's great.
it turned out to work. It worked out okay.
Yeah.
You've been a little quiet over there tonight. Is there something going
Yeah,
on?
Matt needs to play a little bit of that fiddle dance.
You want to get that going, Joel?
Yeah.
Perk you up a little?
Yeah, that'll perk me
Some
up.
dancing songs.
Well,
Yeah.
let's try it.
There's probably a little room out there if you want to dance, folks.
That's right.
There's a wondrous sight and a joyful sound every Christmas Eve in a western town. Gather up the kids, all the friends and family. 'Cause the holly's hung, the candles bright. They're tuning up a fiddle on a moonlit night. Roll back the rug so we can two-step around the Christmas tree. Wait beneath the mistletoe, you'll never get a kiss. I never move that slow, there's too much I could miss. Just a western boy, can't be still, and a silent night is not for me. Roll back the rug so we can two-step around the Christmas tree. Red bandana, Kelly green, silver buckles on new blue jeans, jumping around the room to a Yuletide melody. Well, we're gonna be ready when Santa comes, but we're gonna be dancing till he does. Roll back the rug so we can two-step around the Christmas tree. Wait beneath the mistletoe, you'll never get a kiss. I never move that slow, there's too much I could miss. Just a western boy, can't be still, and a silent night is not for me. Roll back the rug so we can two-step around the Christmas tree. Ah, Gary. There's a jolly man in a bright red suit. Have you ever seen a Santa in cowboy boots? Jumping around the room, spurs a jingling merrily. When they sing them carols soft and low, well, I'll be shouting out, Cotton Eye Joe! Roll back the rug so we can two-step around the Christmas tree. Wait beneath the mistletoe, you'll never get a kiss. I never move that slow, there's too much I could miss. Just a western boy, can't be still, and a silent night is not for me. Roll back the rug so we can two-step around the Christmas tree. It's a Cotton Eye Joe.
Better not do that version.
Buffalo Gals. That's one of those traditional Christmas songs.
Yeah, well, I asked Matt to put that in because that's how I like my women. That's right.
Wow.
Wow.
Might be some here.
Wild and durable.
Wild and durable.
Wild and durable.
Oh, those are terms of
Buffalo
endearment
gal.
right there.
All right. Wow.
Well, that's a good quality to have in a person.
Sure.
Wild and durable. Yeah.
Well, you know, moving right along, did I mention you can see this all over the world tonight? And you're talking about durable.
I'm a little wild and incurable.
I don't know him. I've never met him before.
Adam, this is a great night for your parents to come into town and get to see
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Huh?
Wonderful. Good job.
Are there folks here, Adam?
They're here tonight. Yeah. So maybe we ought to play something. I think we're going to have an intermission right after this.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do something. Shoulder's working a little better tonight. I believe Preston is out there. Had this thing worked on a while
You
back.
mean that cop that busted me 25 years ago for illegally dumping trash in somebody's trash can?
No, this is Gary's shoulder therapist.
Oh. I didn't have to go through that. I didn't have to confess.
No.
You
Never
probably feel
mind.
better now, though, don't you, Joel?
I didn't do that again.
Wow. No, that's a different. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
A different Preston.
Yeah.
And you've met a lot of law enforcement over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, he
No.
sure has.
But before we do this, you know what? Tomorrow is my wife Bridget's birthday, and she's always liked this song, so I would like to do this one for her. And it's a little slower. I think I can get all the way through it. Let's try it.
Happy birthday, Bridget.
Yeah.
By the way, Gary just had rotator cuff surgery. Whatever rotator cuff is, I think it's somewhere over here on your shirt, but he's doing pretty good.
Thanks. Thank you very much for coming out tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I know they're going to have that their concessions open out there, and we're going to have just a little break here. Get up, stretch your legs, and fist bump with the guy next to you, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Thank you.
about me and this thing. I had a power outage, apparently. Yeah.
Joel has those lights.
Apparently, I had a power outage.
Is there anybody here from the power company?
You guys are looking pretty festive over there, I'll tell you.
Gary might need to get plugged in.
You know, we mentioned Adam, and you've got to hear him play a little. But music historian, he knows more about the ragtime and probably music from, I don't know.
I call it the first half of the 20th century.
Yeah.
Back when music was really music. You know, that's my opinion.
These are our people, you can tell right there.
These are my people out here. They seem to agree.
But could you do something Christmassy for the folks?
Absolutely. Thank you, Gary. I'm going to do a big medley of songs, string a whole bunch together, and they're all from the golden age of popular music. They called it Ten Pen Alley, this street in New York where all these songwriters wrote popular songs. And the funny thing is half of them were Jewish, the guys that wrote the Christmas songs. But anyway, we're going to start out with a famous one that was introduced by Eddie Cantor. And it was written by a man named J. Fred Coots, wonderful songwriter, the same guy that wrote Love Letters in the Sand. And it's called Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And then we'll do a pop song from the early 50s. And my musical mentor, Johnny Maddox, made a record of this in the 50s. It's called I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. And then if I had to pick my favorite Christmas song, it might be Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And I don't think many people know it was actually written for the movie Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland. That's when it was first introduced. So I'll play that, then I'll wind up with Winter Wonderland, and then there's going to be a special surprise at the end, one of the real ragtime songs that dates back to 1912. But the first part is my big Christmas medley. Let's see, move that.
It's pretty much all songs that we don't know. So.
I'm drooping.
He looks like a cowboy Liberace, doesn't he?
Yes.
Christmas carols to the children as he swings back and forth with the sailor and the sleigh that is decorated, painted all year long. The kids have waited for the much anticipated Christmas day, knowing Santa's on his way, and they're happy just because he's a velvet suited cowboy booted
Son of a gun!
Arizona ragtime Santa Claus. Hey, I don't know where the bad men are. The only thing to guide you is an evening star. The happiest, jolliest sky by far is ragtime Santa Claus. He's known the world over by different names for bringing all the children their toys and games. In a bass voice, both rich and deep, he's laughing, ho, ho, ho. He always sings Christmas carols to the children as he sings back and forth with his reindeer and his sleigh that is decorated, painted all year long. The kids have waited for the much anticipated Christmas day, knowing Santa's on his way, and they're happy just because he's a velvet suited cowboy booted
Son of a gun!
wearing those ragtime Santa Claus. Oh yeah, come on now. Oh yeah. He always sings Christmas carols to the children as it swings back and forth with his reindeer and his sleigh that is decorated, painted all year long. The kids have waited for the much anticipated Christmas day, knowing Santa's on his way, and they're happy just because he's a velvet suited cowboy booted
Son of a gun!
ragtime Santa. You talk about your Santa, ragtime Santa Claus. That's a mouthful.
Wow, your memory is coming back a little.
Yeah, we should act fast, Gary.
Yeah, that's right. Tell them about that seminar you've been doing.
Well, Adam has a concert coming up here at the fort. When is that, Adam?
September.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we finally booked a Friday night, September 9th. I'm doing my own solo concert here,
That's awesome.
which is a part of, Charles says it's part of this concert series called Artists You Should Know. So I'm flattered by the
And
title.
I'm the
but-
artist. I'm the opening act. I am doing a memory enhancement seminar to work on our brain muscles.
Brain muscles.
Wow, that's great, Joel.
It's a $75 ticket,
Oh,
but it's worth every penny of it.
really?
Wow.
Wow.
I'm going to teach you how to use your brain muscle in ways you never thought you could.
Is that right? That's pretty exciting. You know, I thought you did pretty well. That song had a lot of lyrics in it from way back in the old
You've
days.
obviously been practicing.
Yeah, it must be working out. How about, a lot of folks in here probably have seen us out on the sidewalks around Durango or at the hospital. We go caroling every year, or of course up until the
Christmas
last
Eve.
couple of years. We haven't been able to do that. But anyway, it's one of our favorite things to do. People ask us, why do you leave your families at home and go singing for the people? Same reason you folks are here. We love to do it, and we hope that we'll get to do it again probably. Of course, not this year, but we intend to do it again. And there's no reason we couldn't do some caroling right here.
Yeah.
Shall we try
Let's do
one of those?
songs.
Pick one of those songs that
Yeah, Joel's brain
the
is on
first
fire
verse
right
is
now.
like the second verse. And then third verse is more like the second verse, only it's a worse verse than the first verse. Yeah, let's do one of those.
That should be easy enough to come up with.
That's not one of them. That's got a lot of words.
Children,
Go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee one by one. One was a little bitty baby, born in Bethlehem.
children,
Go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee two by two. Two for Paul and Silas. One was a little bitty baby, born in Bethlehem.
children,
Go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee three by three. 3 was the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas. 1 was a little bitty baby born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send thee 4 by 4. 4 was the 4 that stood at the door. 3 was the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas. 1 was a little bitty baby born in Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. How will I send thee? Oh, I'm gonna send you 10 by 10. 10 was the 10 commandments. 9 was the 9 that stood in the line. 8 was the 8 that waited at the gate. 7 was the 7 that never got to heaven. 6 was the 6 that didn't get picked. 5 was the 5 that came back alive. 4 was the 4 that stood at the door. 3 was the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas. 1 was a little bitty baby born in Bethlehem.
In Bethlehem, children go
in Bethlehem.
Hey, I got through it all.
Thanks, everyone. You know, I mentioned we were down in Albuquerque not long ago, and some of those New Mexico shows. Our first of our Christmas shows were there, and we met kind of an unusual lady. Sometimes when we're out on the road, that happens.
It was an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Yeah.
And
So that explained a lot of it.
unusual
Right
to say the least.
Uh-huh.
Let me just, but you know, her name was Nancy White.
Yeah, Nancy.
Yeah, she's a sweet lady.
Sure she was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
she was.
wacko, but you know, she still has a crush
We
on
didn't
me.
find out till later about that part.
That's right. So maybe let's dedicate a song to Nancy, shall we? How about the White Christmas?
Yeah, I don't.
Shall we sing it now?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
Oh, sleigh bells. Yeah. That reminds me of when I first met Nancy.
Really?
She's a sweet little girl. We met in junior high school.
Really?
Yeah, she was so cute, standing there. She was so pigeon-toed, and I was so bow-legged. We stood together and spelled ox. And she had them big old buck teeth. Holy mackerel, her teeth had buck teeth. As she got older, the teeth got bigger. Then they turned yellow. First time I kissed her was like eating corn on the cob. And she was missing her first, third, and fifth, and I was missing my second, fourth, and sixth. And when we kissed, we interlocked. I had to bite her tongue just to let go. Oh, but she was sweetheart. She was a kind woman. And boy, and we got older. We used to go frolicking in the auroras, you know, and in the spring we'd like to go find the cockabur blossoms and go smell those little cockabur blossoms before they get into those nasty little things that attach themselves to your body and won't let go. That's the way Nancy was. She would attach herself to my body and wouldn't let go. She got one of them cockaburs stuck right between her big toe, you know, the fat toe and the long toe. You know, the long toe's trying to take over from the big toe, and the big toe's got all the girth, so the big toe always wins. I don't know. But anyway, that cockabur got stuck and it started to fester. It was terrible. You know, the day went on and the toe swelled up so bad she couldn't hardly walk, and then the toe fell off. We didn't realize they were surrounded by cockaburs teaming up on that big toe. It was terrible. We got up to the highway. I had to call AAA because we needed a tow truck. Oh yeah. And then, oh man, I used to love in Christmas time, you know, nine-toed Nancy. I used to love to, you know, put her under the missing toe and we kiss, you know. Became a tradition. Yeah, we kept that toe. It's pretty. It looks like Jimmy Dean pork sausage right now, but I still keep it off all those years. Anyway, I love you, Nancy. I think about you all the time. I remember that little tattoo she had right on her cheek. Yeah, yeah. And then 30 years later, it was a full-blown eagle. And it wasn't a bald eagle,
That's right.
It's more like a golden eagle. Yeah, but I love you, Nancy. Have a Merry Christmas, Nancy, wherever you may be. And
Hopefully she's not watching tonight. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I don't know about all that story, but we did meet a lady named Nancy, and we went down and we were singing with the choir in Albuquerque about, I don't know what that was, 6 weeks ago. Turns out that was a true story. The next day we did like a Friday evening concert, and then the next afternoon she came in with sandals.
And a T-shirt.
And a T-shirt that her granddaughter had made, said Nine-Toed Nancy. So there is some truth to that.
she wasn't just missing one toe. She was missing one finger, one kidney. Yeah, one eardrum.
Really?
She was missing a lot of body parts.
Wow.
Real sweet.
Yeah, she was nice. Yeah, good personality. That's what it was. Well, anyway, we should do something else. I think we've talked about Nancy quite enough.
I see your daughters hanging out
watching
back
this.
there.
My daughters are over there. You know what? We mentioned earlier that it's fun to get our families involved in this, and I've had people stop me on the street and ask if we're going to have our kids doing this stuff with us. And if you folks, I grew up playing music in a family band, as Matt did, and so if you folks would indulge me for just a minute, I'd love to have my kids come out here and sing a Christmas song
Come
with
on
me.
out here, girls.
Chloe and Karis Coke. And we don't often get to do this. We played in church together last weekend, and I wonder if we could do Go Tell It on the Mountain. They seem a little shy. They didn't get that from Joel.
Tell it on the mountains, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds lay there watching, or silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountains, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds feared and trembled when low above the earth rang out the angels' chorus that held our Savior's birth. Go tell it on the mountains, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
I hate this cold weather. I like the snow, but I need a little warm. I like to hang out on the
Chloe was
beach in my
mentioning
little
palm
Speedo
trees and sand
show
earlier.
people what
Yeah.
I'm made of. Yeah, so maybe we could do a Hawaiian song. Wouldn't that be fun? Just being
Hawaii. wow.
on
Yeah,
the
that'd be
beach
great.
and smelling the poi poi and eating some mugu gai pan and
Oh my. Wow.
that would be great. I would love that.
That would be great.
I would love that.
I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, sign me up.
It's good. Poi poi.
You're making it sound great, Joel.
Poi poi is liquid bread.
Okay.
Yeah, with a lot of gluten in it.
Oh, you gotta like the gluten.
Yeah, I get things with extra gluten because, as you can tell.
You have a gluten shaker at home?
It's starting to show.
So give us a little rhythm there on that little bitty instrument.
You
got
know,
there.
Denise Leslie, she is big in the ukulele business
Yeah.
around here, and has. I've gone out and played
yeah.
some of the little shows with her and stuff. It really is fun. I didn't bring a ukulele, but I have a mandolin. So let's see if we can get through it.
Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. Well, that's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine all day and all the stars at night. Mele Kalikimaka is a wise way of saying Merry Christmas to you. Oh, play something pretty. Oh, I can feel that sunburn now. Second verse, same as the first. Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine all day and all the stars at night. Mele Kalikimaka is a wise way of saying Merry Christmas, a very, very, very Merry Christmas, of saying Merry Christmas to you, Mele Mele Kalikimaka. Oh, it's hold down time. Oh, yeah. It's a boy cowboy. Mele Kalikimaka is Durango's way of saying Merry Christmas to you. That's the Barty greeting that we send to you from the land where pinions sway. Here we hope that Christmas will be white with snow. The skiers drink hot toddies and spend all of their dough. Mele Kalikimaka is the Barty way of saying Merry Christmas, a very, very, very Merry Christmas, of saying Merry Christmas to you, Mele Mele Kalikimaka, y'all. That's, oh, thank you. We took a few liberties. I hope you don't mind.
Oh boy. You know,
What happened?
When we had our special guest in Farmington, I need to get my guitar on. Tell me.
Oh, we had, I don't know if you guys know Chevelle Shepherd. She won The Voice. She got up and sang with us a couple songs in Farmington. That was great.
yeah.
You know, she came, her family comes in the chuck wagon every summer, most every summer. And she was just a little kid. And one night we got done, and she was tugging at my coat, hey, mister, how come there's no girls in the Bardi Wranglers? Yeah. And, of course,
Good
I
question.
passed the buck to these guys.
Sure,
and they were dumbfounded. And she said, I'm going to be the first Bardi Wrangler female. Mm-hmm. She said that. And then she won The Voice. Millions of people voted for her. Record contract, management.
Oh, yeah.
And
big buzz.
And so now she won't even return our phone call.
That's the way it goes.
Well, we did talk her into
It's
singing
so
a couple
close.
of songs, and Matt and I played on a recording.
Yeah, we did.
A Christmas recording.
And
in fact,
Scott
that's
did
right.
that Christmas recording with her. Yeah, man. Yep.
But anyway, fun times around Christmas, and I think we're just probably about out of time. Tell them about kind of that tradition.
Yeah,
of
we'd
the chuck wagon.
we'd like to do one here and recognize all those folks out there that look out for us, all the for search and rescue and fire departments and law enforcement, our military, active and retired. Boy, we appreciate y'all. We just boy, especially this time of year, we think of all those that are deployed overseas that won't be home for Christmas. Boy, we appreciate all their service for us. Thank you so much.
I saw her from the distance as she walked up to the wall. In her hand she held some flowers as her tears began to fall. She took out pen and paper just to trace her memory. She looked up to heaven, and the words she said were these. And she said, Lord, my boy was special, and he meant so much to me. And Lord, I love to see him just one more time, you see. All I have are the memories and the moments to recall. And Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on a wall? She said he really missed the family and being home on Christmas Day. Wishing I'd forgotten country in a place so far away. Well, I remember just a little boy playing more since he was 3. But Lord, this time I know he's not coming home to me. She said, Lord, my boy was special, and he meant so much to me. And Lord, I love to see him, but I know it just can't be. So I thank you for the memories and the moments to recall. And Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on a wall? Lord, could you tell him he's more than a name on the wall? We'd like to invite you folks to sing along with us on the last song. And of course, talks about what this season is all about. We hope you have a great Christmas and a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Things are getting back to normal around Durango and all around the world, and we're sure glad for that. And thank you very much for coming out tonight, and help us finish out with singing Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is right, round yon virgin mother and child. so tender and mild. Sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight, glory stream from heavenly thoughts, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born.
Everybody sing.
Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth.
God bless you, everybody. Good night. Merry Christmas,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. Thanks, everyone. Merry Christmas.